Hello everyone, welcome to Where in the World is Cat? And today I'm in my apartment in Korea. Wow, it feels really weird to say that. So anyway, last week was, no, was it last week? Yeah, it was. Last week was my birthday. I'm 23 now, so that's like weird. Um, But I don't know. It's been a couple weeks since I updated you guys, so I just kind of wanted to be like, hey, what's up? Update. Uh, yeah. So here goes. Let's see. I have a list. So I kind of wanted to wait to make any videos because rather than talking about like, oh my gosh, I love Korea, like everything about Korea is great, and everybody just be like, yeah, wait, culture shock will kick in. Just chill. Um, yeah, like I've kind of been withholding judgment. Kind of waiting for myself to get like stressed out or um, just like not be thrilled about what's going on or whatever. But um, really, the only times I haven't been very happy have to do with work. Um, so like Korea itself is great. It's just, the very adult like problems that come along with having a full time job, 8 hours a day. So, um, yeah, I mean, Korea is awesome. I love Korea. Uh, the food here is awesome. The people here are, they're very much like the people in Costa Rica. I'm very glad that I went to Costa Rica um, because it's very similar in a lot of aspects. Like a lot of the things that are the most different from the United States are very similar to what it was like in Costa Rica. So things like traffic and the way that people act in like public areas, like squeezing and things like that, they're very similar. So it's nice to have something to go on, basically, I guess. Yeah. By the way, I'm sitting on the floor in my living room because the lighting in my bedroom was like really bad. You like basically couldn't even see my face. I deal with pale problems enough as it is. Like y'all don't need that in your life. Um, so I mentioned food, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about some of my favorite foods so far. One of them that I really like, it's a very simple dish, and I actually technically know how to cook it. I've never made it before, but like I have a recipe. Is called bulgogi, and it's a dish that it's basically like a meat with sauce and like rice on the side, and it's really good and it's really common, really simple, so a lot of people eat it. It's just delicious. I don't know, a little bit spicy, but not really. You kind of have to add spice to it. Um, I like it best when it's spicy, but yeah. Also, there's something called donkas, um, and it's like there's something really similar to it in the U.S. It, I don't know if y'all have ever eaten like pork tenderloin, but it's basically pork tenderloin Korean style, and it's so good. And it comes in like the lunch boxes and stuff, and I just for $6, it's like my favorite lunch. It's so good. $6.50 ish. Then there is the curry, which is also really good. It's very soupy. It's not quite like as thick as curry I'm used to is, but it tastes really good. So like I'm all about that life. And something that I really, really wanted to try that I got to try a couple of weeks ago is called hotteok, and it's like how do I explain this? It's a type of like bread, and it's fried. So it's like a donut. Yeah. So it's kind of like a donut, um, but in like bun form, and then they slice it and they pour in like butter and brown sugar and sesame seeds. No, sunflower seeds. That's what they are. And it's like boiling hot because it just came out of the fryer, but it is so good. And I got to eat that when we went to the market, and it was really yummy. And Eat Your Kimchi actually did a review of it once upon a time, and I was like super excited to try it, and I got to try it. It's so good. Something that my coworkers and I went to eat is barbecue. So we went to a Korean barbecue place. And I mentioned it in my last video with like the lady handing me the tongs and stuff, but the food itself was like real good, like really good. The like sauce and stuff that you dipped everything in was delicious, and then the meat was just so hot and so flavorful. And it was just real yummy. Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot. I want to do that again. Um, Galbi, that's what it's called. It's called Galbi. Um, yeah, so we're I'm hopeful that we're gonna do that again soon. Uh, what other like delicious, crazy food have I tried? Not crazy, but delicious nonetheless, is something called shabu shabu. And I actually saw this place as I was running an errand, and we all, the coworkers and I, got together on a weekend, and we went and ate there. Um, and I don't know if you guys have ever had like Chinese hot pot, but it's basically Chinese hot pot and this shabu shabu, or basically like um, you get like an electric pot, and it's boiling with two different kinds of soup, and you just throw stuff in it, and then you fish it out when it's cooked, and you eat it, and you get like rolls of raw meat, and you just kind of plop them in, and it's so hot that it cooks in like 5 seconds, um, and then you just eat it, and the broth like gets more and more flavorful the more stuff you put in it, and traditionally at the end you're supposed to make kind of like a rice stew with the leftover broth, but this place just kept adding more soup, so we didn't ever really get to that point, but it was so good, and we were really full, so I don't know if we would have even been able to eat it had they not put more soup in. Like, I think we would have been like, nah, we can't do this anymore. But it was really good. I enjoyed that a lot, and I was really like, happy to have been the one that was like, let's go eat here, and it was successful. So yeah. Let's see. Work. Work is interesting. Um, so the work culture here is pretty different. Work culture in the United States is basically like, okay, we'll train you and then expect you to be able to do it and just leave you to it. Not so here. There's CCTV like everywhere, every single classroom, in the teacher's room, everywhere, and it's really awkward. It takes some getting used to. I'm still not really that used to it. Yeah, basically you're always being recorded. Like, there's probably a camera in here, other than my laptop one, of course. But yeah, it's just really awkward. Difficult to get used to. They will sometimes watch as you're teaching on the cameras, and apparently like talk to you afterwards if they see something that they don't like, because they can also hear you. They can put headphones in and like hook into a microphone that's there. So yeah. I mentioned earlier that like it was less culture shock and more like work culture shock, which is interesting because I feel it's like an appropriate place to channel any frustrations that I'm having, which is very different from Costa Rica, because like Costa Rica I was going to classes, and so I don't know, it was just different. So I just feel like going to work full time and adulting, as it is called by most people, is more of an appropriate place to express frustrations. So I think that it's possible that all of my like frustration with everything is just being channeled into disliking the things that are going on at work. So I mean, I guess that's a thing. So that's what I feel like is going on. So yeah. Still can't get away from bugs. They were a hassle in Costa Rica, and they're still a hassle here. I don't know if you can see any of these, but I was attacked by a mosquito last night. They're supposed to be dead, but they're not. They're like desperately searching for places to hide. So I actually have 7 mosquito bites on my face, and 3 on my back, and 3 on my arms. It's really funny because I came home and I was itching them, and I have like one here and here. So as I was walking home, I was just doing this, and I think the people that were sitting outside were like, "Oh my god, the foreigner, she's so stressed," and I was really just like, "Oh my god, it itches." But yeah, so that's fun. I don't know where it is. I was like trying to find it when I came home, and I was like, die, but it won't die, so I'll have to figure it out. I found a couple stores that I really like. I did a Tony Moly video haul thing, I don't know, a while ago. But I just really love all of the like skincare stuff here. It's great, and it's not like you go to a skincare store in the US and it just seems like really prissy is not the right word, but like just very intimidating and like I don't know. It's just very sterile and very like if you don't know what you're doing, get out of here. But it's not like that in Korea. Like there are so many skincare and beauty shops just everywhere, and they're so much fun to go into, and they have just the cutest little like packaging. I wish it's all the way in the bathroom, but it's just like this is like a hand lotion in a little apricot, and it smells like apricot. It's so cute, and I have like little face scrubs that are shaped like mushrooms, and like little pore cleaners that are like shaped like little eggs, and they're colored like eggshell. It's just cute. I love it. It's adorable, and I was planning out a budget last week, and I put in a budget for Tony Moly stuff because it's so cute, and I'm not gonna be able to help myself because they know my weakness is cute packaging. So, yep. Daiso is another one of my favorite stores, and I'll do like a how I'm gonna set up my office supplies kind of thing. I'll probably record that pretty soon here because I'm gonna get my desk at work soon, and it's not all gonna be at home anymore. But yeah. And then Polly Park is another one that I've been at a lot lately. Getting ready for my new friend that I'm going to hopefully be getting soon. And I'll talk more about that in another video. But yeah, no, that's kind of... I don't know. That's kind of what's going on. Some other videos I'm going to do are going to be probably like a ramen tasting. I've had 3 good ramens and 1 okay ramen, and then 1 like real nasty ramen. I'll tell you about it, but I'm never going to eat it again, so don't ask me to, because it was gross. And then a snack tasting. I can do that too. So, yeah. All right. Let me know if you want any other videos. That's everything I have on my list. Maybe I'll do like a school tour or something if I can manage it without being caught on the CCTVs. I'm pretty sure they'd be like, what are you doing? But yeah, so that's all I have for right now. And happy weekend. Woo-hoo. I'll see y'all later.